Tarot. I'm so glad you're here. Look, if you are the first time subscriber, welcome. If you want to join the chat, hit that subscribe button and then hit the notification button while you're at it so you'll know when the next time I come up. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. You look amazing. You smell great from here. Let's wait a few minutes here and a minute or two and let everybody come in. Just wanted to get a reading in this morning. I think I might go watch the ball game in a little while. But I wanted to connect with you first. Had a great reading last night. That was fantastic. Thanks for everyone being here. So many of you have asked, how do I get a personal reading? The channel hasn't gone into memberships yet, but to do that, we need to get the subscriber number up. I thank you so much to everyone who has already subscribed. The channel's so young. We've already got over 230 subscribers now in like 2.5 months. It's fantastic. So something I never expected, and it's all you, every single one of you. Thank you for being here. What else? So to get the channel so we can do memberships and personal reads on the regular, yeah, then it comes down to the number of subscribers have to be high enough, and then the number of hours that the channel plays. So leave me playing in the background and explore the channel and just let it play and let resonate what resonates, and leave the rest for someone else to enjoy. Someone's having a hard time communicating with you. Someone here is having to hold their tongue. My jaw's tight like I had a tart candy, like a sour, like some kind of sour candy jawbreaker. Let me know where you're coming from. Like, where are you hailing from today? I am in the west coast of the U.S. There's some cooperation here. You're working with someone, or someone's going to come to you for wanting to work on a project. My camera was a little bit short on like how far. Oh, there we go. There, now you can see it. And there is some kind of obligation here. Yes, the cooperation. You might be coming into a social obligation, or you're signing up for a commitment. It seems to be voluntary. There's a voluntary situation here. This is a general reading until I get a question. I'm going to take the first 3 questions today. And let's see. So getting the channel monetized, until we can do memberships and do live reading clubs and things like that, I am accepting donations to the Venmo account at Angel Radio Tarot, just like you see here. And I am only on YouTube, folks. If you see me on Facebook or Instagram or something, report that channel to the platform as fraud, because I don't want you giving your money to somebody you don't know who you're giving it to, making a dime on my name and making us all look bad. Off planet, there's a message coming in from off planet, or someone's going to be acting like what planet have you been on? Someone's going to come to you with some kind of absurd, or it's going to seem absurd. This cooperation here, you're not obliged to anything. Someone wanting you to come into a contract. I'm getting like a cable company vibe, or sign up for this new phone plan kind of thing. Or back in the day, it used to be like the signing up for the penny CDs, and you can't get rid of them motherfuckers. What do we got? Confirmation, Aquarius. There's a dark Aquarius here, or you're Aquarius, or you're in a temptation. If you're this Aquarius, this is a tempting deal. It's not going to be particularly in your favor. I mean, even if this is something for fun, like a subscription or something, somebody is in these streets with it. Yes. Yes, dog is confirmation. There's people walking around outside. Somebody might be walking around on the outside of your deal. There is a Jen working a deal. So this isn't a crossroads deal. This is just straight up temptation. Yeah, well, you know, get what you pay for. If you know it sounds like too good to be true, then it probably is. Hello, Max. Yes. Yes, I heard them. Yes, and they're allowed to be there. Someone is getting like humble pie. You're eating crow, or you're gonna have to eat crow if you take this deal. If you go ahead and sign up, this is giving like where I went to tech school for the military. There's always a mall nearby, and there's always somebody there selling cameras for $500. In 1990, they were selling digital cameras weren't a thing. They were selling the nice little Nikons and stuff like that. $500. I went back there and visited that same mall 25 years later. They're selling DSLRs, or digital cameras, $500. How do you think they keep it that way? Are they pricing for the product, or are they pricing for an airman's first paycheck? Is roughly $500. This is the kind of deal that you're getting approached with. Hey, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet and you'd like to join the chat, hit that subscribe button. Let me know where you're visiting from. And I'm taking the first 3 questions today. And let me know what your question is for today. It's a free reading and otherwise a general reading, and until we get down to the nitty-gritty for someone. Hi, Zick Mayer. Welcome. Check for me about yourself. Zick Mayer. Well, right when you popped up, there's a biological issue as opposed to a behavioral one. Behaviors you choose, biological stuff are like neurological tendencies, the effects of post-traumatic stress, ADHD. Let's see. I would put narcissism and empathy in that, because those are things that it's like you're born with. The behavioral stuff is more like responsiveness and learned behavior. So maybe this is a biological issue for you, or this is some issue you're having with someone. It's pretty broad, and it popped up right when you came into the room. So let's keep going here. Check for you about yourself. Are you looking for confirmation? Well, what will happen here is, let's see, there's a Scorpio here. You might have a Scorpio close to you if this is not you. And a Libra right next door. That I said next door. Is this a neighbor? You guys are frenemies? High fences make good neighbors. I'm just saying. I wish I could just go like, oh, Zick Mayer. What do I know? But no, it's just like whatever the cards are pulling out here. But they're not in for total obliteration. It came up this way. So I mean, you guys have to live together. If this is you and your neighbor, that's what came out. Okay, so shake off the neighbor part. What else about Zick Mayer can we, this is kind of question always cracks me up, because you should know yourself already. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cast or pan for what's going on around you. What's going on in your world? How can you be successful? Well, let me kind of swirl the pot around your world right here. I am envisioning. I'm going to get my cauldron. I'm going to pull my cauldron in here. Something's hanging you up. There's an electrical issue hanging you up. I'm going to pull my cauldron in here and literally just like stir the energy here. Oh, pull the big pot in. We'll just pull the big pot in. All right. I'm using a quartz stone. It's got the cut through. Pull this incense out. Really get some... What is that? What is that? What's going on around Zickmayer? We've got Zickmayer in the middle here. I can see you standing right there. Your head comes up just above the port. Sticking my head up, astral projecting through you, kind of poking my head up through a hole in the floor. I feel like this feels funny to me. I feel like I poked my head up through a piece of ceiling, and so the other view is people sitting around in a living room, and a head pops up through the carpet in the floor in the middle of their TV watching. Are you in construction? This is funny. You didn't fall through the floor. The Pratt joke is that somebody falls through the floor and their legs are hanging from the ceiling. Please help you out. There's an accident, a head injury, a neck injury is what I'm getting. A neck injury from banging your head on the ceiling or lifting, standing up. And just standing up right underneath an overhang kind of thing. Just like full measure of lifting yourself to full height and just bang on the ceiling. Oh, what is that? So, okay, so wear a helmet. You're going to need to wear a helmet. You're going to be one of these guys that wears gloves when they're working on car parts. You're going to be one of these guys that OSHA loves, okay? Put the I'm getting hard hat and goggles are going to save your ass. Okay? I'm getting projectile to the eye. Projectile to the eye injury. And then a neck injury, but not from a fall, but from banging your head standing up under a low overhang. And this is all going to happen around the same time. Oh! The projectile, and you stand up because you got hit, and you're good. Oh, this is a double whammy on you here. Maybe this is some weekend warrior stuff. Yeah, I'm getting, that is exactly what I'm getting. Like totally accidental, like jamming your thumb and jacking your elbow into something and hitting your funny bone. Something like that. Oh, okay. I hope that helped. That was interesting. Just the visuals, you know. I'm glad it helped. I'm glad it helped. Well, if you're not into construction, this very much looks like my father was famous in the house. Kind of this sort of like a foolhardy reputation. He would refuse to flip the breakers, but we had to have a new ceiling fan in every room in the house. Like, we moved a lot. I grew up military. We'd move, he'd have to put a ceiling fan up in strategic places in the house, bedroom, living room, da 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 da. And every time we moved, the house we moved into, it would lack a ceiling fan somewhere. And he just, twice, before I was 18, I saw this man picking himself up off the bed because he got knocked off the ladder and just happened to be doing the ceiling fan in a bedroom. So it's that kind of manifest. There's a lack of manifesting here. It's a lack of planning. But that kind of accident, if you're a weekend construction warrior, if you're just like, or just accidents, normal people have accidents when they're doing stuff that they don't normally do. Will you be rich? Well, let's, none forthcoming. Unknown. Let's take this as an unknown, okay? I don't want to be too much of a pessimist. You know, wealth usually comes as life goes on. We build these things and we get better at it. So allow me to encourage you. Be grateful when you have enough, and then build from there. You will be wealthy, but not, it's going to feel like sudden wealth when it finally lands. But it's not going to feel, you're not going to know it's coming. So all of these like 6 years building up to whenever that thing finally hits and you hit your boat or your ship comes in kind of thing. You're not going to know when it's going to hit. So you're going to be filling this time with striving. And then it's like, oh shit. And it's just going to be like, boom, overnight. It'll hit, but you got to stay busy working because it's karma reward. It's like you're filling a balloon until it pops. Got that? Okay. Keep feeding the dream. Keep feeding the dream. It matters. It matters. Okay, that's all I have on that. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad. See, that's why I'm here, man. Besides needing like a social freaking outlet, besides wanting to matter, and so everybody wants to be needed and appreciated. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I rely on several readers on here. I have my favorites for sure. People that just really strike it for me. There's a belief or a knowing that is different from the concept of faith here, folks. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet and you want to join the chat, hit that subscribe button and join the chat and tell me where you're from today. Tell me where you're visiting from. Faith requires an imagination, and belief and knowing does not. There was a guy on the routes here on the God, it was like a meme almost, making the routes and socials, and it was a Middle Eastern guy. Hi, oh, that's fantastic. Nigeria. I used to have a pen pal in Nigeria. So here's how this goes. The guy says to a young man on the street, do you have faith in God, or what is it? Or do you believe in God? And the kid didn't know the difference. The young man didn't know the difference. He started to say one and said the other, and the guy said, okay, so tell me, do your parents love you? And the guy said, yeah, my parents love me. Well, both your mom and dad. Yeah, both my mom and dad love me. And he goes, do you have faith that your parents love you? Or do you know that your parents love you? That sensation is the difference between faith and knowing. There's a power exchange here. So what, like somebody's trying to gaslight you? There's no way out. Or they're trying to make you feel like you don't have, this feels like, gaslighting. You don't have any way out. Somebody's trying to trap you. Hi, Christopher Nichols. Hello. Welcome. Do you have a question today, Christopher? There's a harmony coming in. Now, this is sideways here. There's harmony here that is based on a willingness to cooperate. And it'll make the difference between either way you look at this, somebody's trying to, because cooperation was upside down. This harmony is iffy because someone is coming in that is, it's like this is somebody that has come into your life, or that you think you know. And I'll get to your question here in just a second, Christopher. Go ahead and type it in. This is somebody that is coming to you to make a partnership, but what you don't know is that they change how they do business based on who they're interacting with, and whether or not their challenges to their personal autonomy have been met with boundaries, or leniency. Like they'll test somebody to see what they can get away with, and then they base the rest of the relationship on uh, the whatever level of exploitation they can exercise. So you may not know that they do this because you have strong boundaries, or you're just like very present. If somebody comes to you with a question, you can think very quickly, or you know that, like, if I don't know the answer to this, it's no for now. Let me think about it. You don't let people kind of roll you over. Hi, Zenobs. Let's see. Zenobs, I'm answering Christopher Nichols's question right now. But if you want to type in a question there, and I'll answer yours next. Thank you for subscribing. Tell me where you're from. Christopher asks, will 2026 be my most abundant year so far? Thank you for the hearts. So far. So I don't know anything about what your abundance has been. So you're looking for whether this is going to be, I mean, some people ask this question and go, I want this to be like the big blowout year. But let me tell you, if this is the big blowout year, the year after that's going to be really hard to follow. So sometimes your pace. Hello, folks. Hello. Wow, all the way from Pakistan. Sig, I'm trying to, Mama, can I confirm all what you say is really truth? You're asking me how you can confirm? Your personal awareness and just watching time pass. Don't try to make things happen. Keep a journal. Or, set some goals about what we're talking about and revisit them a month from now, revisit them 6 months from now. And then plus that practice will help you develop your personal goals. Taking the practice of time out, time to step out. Who am I talking to right now? Christopher Nichols, 2026. Time to step out. Okay, this pimp pusher energy got pushed down into you physically. I know this card's getting used for something else right now. In the streets is more like you were out there working your hustle, okay? Not indiscriminately, not criminally, just like it's time for you to put your feet down on the walkway. Time to step out, and then having mind your business be turned down is really kind of like, this is the time for you to step out, stretch your, what is this, your I don't get this as your career goals. What was that? Your most abundant year so far. Is this my, I get that you're ready for it. Like, you're very extroverted this year. Whatever it is that you're working on or trying to grow abundance in, I get that this isn't about money. This isn't like you're working on something. Money is secondary to getting on the path and finding your pace. This abundance to you is not about financial gain. Financial gain will come. You're confident with that. It's about you focusing on the discipline of it. Making money is the last part of it. When I make a sale, it's the last part. That's the end of the transaction. Okay? What came before that was months and months of product preparation, research, marketing, putting it on the shelf, making the shelf look nice. There's all this stuff that happened to that little piece of item that got sold before it ever finally reaches the customer's hand and goes home with them and becomes its destiny. I get that you are, that's secondary. Getting on the right path is what will bring your fortune. There's a predator turned down here, so you like knocked off all of your enemies. It's like you're on a football charge. You got your stiff arming as you're running headlong straight in, and you've already knocked everybody aside. You can kind of look up a little bit. As far as abundance, you're going to get some breathing room this year. You're going to get some breathing room this year. I think you're going to feel like it's abundant. You're definitely getting some room to breathe. And I don't know what that means. Like, there's your stress level is going to lift. Whatever you've been focusing on to gain abundance in. Either I'm not getting like, oh, you're going to save up and you can rest on your laurels. I'm getting that the process flow, you're finally going to get everything. You set up the flow, like you set up the assembly line. And the assembly line I'm seeing is several people doing their part. Maybe you've hired somebody and you've got them all lined up now, and they don't have to know each other. They just have to know what time to be there and do their part. So this assembly line, I'm seeing it as everybody's on standby. And then you're going to go, okay, engage, or whatever it is, execute. Thank you for the hearts. And you're gonna go, okay, well, push the button, pull the plug. What do we? Let's turn the machine on. Hit the on button, and you're gonna step back, and you're gonna watch it. And you're going to watch it. You're going to oil a corner here. You're going to tweak a dial there. You're going to get a jet. And then you're going to go. And that fucker's going to just like run like Swiss timepiece. And you're going to just like hold your breath for a minute, right? And then I'm going to want to turn it up just a little bit. I want to go ahead and turn this sucker up and see what it'll do. And you're going to go ahead and turn it up like 50%, 60%, and that bitch is just going to fucking hum. Let me tell you. Follow this path. This is your path. Yes, the abundance will come with careful planning and very gentle adjustments. The best management practices in the galaxy are doing as little as possibly necessary at the last necessary moment. Doing as little as necessary at the last possible moment. Things pretty much will run themselves if you set it up. Okay. I hope that helped. Christopher Nichols. Zinbas from Pakistan. Something currently Dr. Ali wants to say to Zanub. No contact since 4 months. Well, I don't know if that, Zanub asks something currently Dr. Ali wants to say to Zanub. There's been no contact since 4 months. All right. So first we need to focus on Dr. Ali. In relation to Zanub, that Dr. Ali. There's a forgetfulness here. want to insult you, but they can't remember which Zanub they're talking about. It's like they forgot something. Maybe they thought they'd already taken care of it and closed an issue out. I mean, I do this. Keep a running list in my head, and once I complete the task, it leaves my memory, it leaves my thoughts. It's done. It's on its way. It's not mine anymore. You may want to reach out to them one more time. No contact since 4 months. Have you tried to reach out to them, or you just been waiting? Oh, Zick, I get it. Oh, Lord, somebody come get their uncle. Heather Haraway, you tripping. Girl. Yeah, I got that, Zanub's, I got that because they were removed me silently one day, we were super close. So they ghosted you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get that you should just like don't if this is a personal relationship, I would just let it go. Because you don't want, my nose is like on the nose right here. But no, if this is a professional doctor that you were seeking a medical care from, I think that you just slipped through the cracks and they like wrote your stuff on a piece of paper to hand off to somebody, and it just, in the shuffling of things, it was one of those that jinn or demon gave a little and blew a little breeze under that sheet of paper, and it fluttered off the table and underneath the trash can or something, or underneath the filing cabinet, and it got lost away. But if this is a personal romantic interest that you have, let that motherfucker go. You're better than that. Let's see. I don't know. If they weren't in a freaking car accident, and technically they owe you an explanation, and if they can't give you an explanation because they just decided to not fucking talk to you anymore, fuck them. Oh, Christopher Nichols, thanks. I'm so glad you did. Naomi, hi. Thanks for coming in. On your right path to wealth. Everybody is very concerned about money because money assures a freedom from suffering, from basic need. And, people ask me about money. Most people that ask me about money are having a really hard time just making basic ends meet, putting a roof over your head in the most meager sense. And then keeping food on the table in the most meager sense. I'm sorry about that, Zanub. Look, what you're experiencing right now is that person having love bombed you because they thought they could get something from you, and when it did not become apparent what that was, or they got what they wanted from you, you were of no other further value to them. This is of no fault of yours. There are many, many people in this world that get through life by harvesting their needs from others. And they're really good at it, okay? So, it's about discovery. We don't know people until we know them long enough to know them at their worst. And just be glad that it was the first and last that you saw of their nastiness. Be glad that they took it away from you. What you are feeling is withdrawal from a fantasy that they planted in your mind when they met you. This is mind control. I've talked about this before. People will mind control you. You go through life saying, hi, how you doing? I'm Cece. What's your name? It's nice to meet you. And you're thinking, hi, I'm Cece. How you doing? It's nice to meet you. Other people are going, hi, I'm Cece. It's nice to meet you. What are you doing? What are you up to? What's your... People are asking too many questions, or they seem really curious. It can feel flattering, but what they're doing is taking an inventory of what resources you have at disposal and how you feel in relation to your attachment to them, i.e., how easily will they be able to extract it from you. So they go on a task of stimulating your emotions to make you feel good about interacting with them, feeding you attention that makes you feel like they want more interaction with you, which makes you feel valued. Evaluate how much you value the opinion of others. Good feelings are just as temporaneous as bad feelings. It's really easy for people to make us believe nice and bad things about ourselves. But so the mind control thing comes in when they stimulate your body to create chemicals within yourself, in your body. I got cortisols, I got horny feelings, I got smoothie worm jelly feelings, I got my frontal cortex is flooded with like freaking serotonin and dopamines, and it feels good to talk to this person. They're hypnotizing you. They're hypnotizing you as clinically and coldly as someone walking up to you and just going, one of those, one of those, one of those. No, I don't want any of that off of that person. And we'll take that out of them. Yeah, but everything else is good. Let's, yeah, go ahead and let's flip the switch on empathy. Let's flip the switch on, turn down intuition. Let's turn, and then they're filing all of your chemical resources and hitting all the resets, priming you so that now all your ports are open to receive whatever parameters they set, which usually comes with negative conditioning. The little red flags, the smirk, the disapprovals, the in the background, the eggshell, walking on eggshells. They go about at that point laying eggshells down, one little eggshell at a time, little tiny little eggshells, until you have been locked arm in arm with them, cuddling all the way down the hallway into what you think is the bedroom, and it's the spider web. And you turn to go and you look up the hallway, and the floor is covered in eggshells, and you can't escape. You didn't see them laying down all these eggshells behind you as they were leading you up to this point. But then you turn around to go, and the hallway is suddenly 1.5 miles long. It zooms out, and the floor is littered, and it's not eggshells, it's glass. It's like walking on glass, I told him. And he goes, yeah, baby, I know. Just like that. That kind of mind control. So now they have created a chemical addiction to their existence. They don't even have to be in the room, do they? The trick is great. It's like little demon eggs have been laid in your brains. You want to get them out now, don't you? How do you get them out? You think of the person. I was going to say, and you pinch yourself, but I don't want you to hurt yourself. You have to think of the person, think of a negative association, something ugly they did to you, one of those aha moments. Write it down, put it on the wall in front of you, and then next to it, put it, I'm so in love with him, and then put that ugliness right next to it. Build the association. And now, go do something nice for yourself. Not touching yourself. Don't go and do that, because you'll create more chemical dependency. You have to overwrite that chemical dependency with something that you do for yourself. You are going to overwrite that chemical etch. It's been etched onto that nerve pathway. You are going to flood it with awareness and then override it with a positive personal affirmation experience. That's how you cure yourself. That's how you scrub it out. You have to. You have to think about him. But you have to think about him in exactly the way he is, not in the dream that is in your mind. That's somebody else's face that you haven't met yet. That's just somebody else's face on there that you haven't met yet. That this guy hijacked a fantasy in your mind of the perfect person that you hadn't filled in. You'd colored in all of the other pieces. You lived a life side by side with this person in your mind, but you couldn't see their face. This person came in and stood right in your face and whispered love and whispered dreams and whispered future and whispered and conjured and pulled up and pulled from you like a thread the exact dream you had. They couldn't see your dream, but they could pull that feeling out of you, couldn't they? And they pulled that feeling out of you until you were holding your fantasy in front of you, and you could see everything but their face, and then the person there superimposed their own face on top of your fantasy. That's what happened. That's what happened. You got to see that face and detach it from your fantasy. And that's why you got to put it on a piece of paper and stick it on the wall and see this person for exactly who they are. This is the person that said, I'm a piece of shit. This is the person that said, I need to die, or I need to unalive. This is the person that said that they would love to do X, Y, and Z if they couldn't get caught doing it to me. This is the same person. Break the illusion. Break the delusion, your delusion. This is a chemical dependency. Realign your awareness. This is how you take back your control of your own mind. Otherwise, you're going to continue having a relationship with a person that isn't there. And I'll tell you, having a relationship with the fantasy of someday I'm going to, where is this person? Where is my person? Living every day, craving your person that's supposed to come to you that was what, promised to you? Who promised that you were supposed to get your person? Nobody promised you that. It's a fantasy we built. Your team spirit is standing down. That's confirmed. They remain hidden because there are jinn in your face. This pimp pusher is coming in. It's jinn. They are not in your DMs anymore. You've got Virgo and a dark Aquarius here. Yeah, they're not talking to you anymore because they never wanted to actually talk to you. They wanted to talk to your resources. If your resources had come in the form of someone that you knew that was paying your package, you would see them with that person now. You see, they're chasers, they're cloud chasers. Be flattered that you were seen as someone that had more resources than this person, because you probably admire them and think that they had their shit together. But they were coming around looking at you saying, I'm going to go take care of their stuff because their stuff's better than mine. Their stuff looks good. Well, I wish you the very best, Anubis. The thing now is about aligning your mind to reality. And the grief is letting go of the fantasy of the future that you already thought you got promised when this person came in. And that's what you're grieving. You're grieving the loss of a future that you'll never get to have now. And that is by design. That punished feeling was intended to keep you from leaving. But they left because, what? You weren't the mark that they thought. They couldn't get in you. They couldn't get in you and on you, apparently. So there's a cord cutting here, a dark Libra crossing the rainbow bridge. And this is the end of a relationship. Definitive end of a relationship. You got to treat them like they were and never was. They never existed. Because they didn't. You don't know who they are. They never showed you who they are. This was a grifter, an actor. Yeah, your power exchange has ended now because your perspective has changed. Yeah. Yeah. This is when your girlfriends say, stop giving your power away. And it sounds so condescending. It's not so easy to do. You got to find out where they are stealing your power first. All right. Hey, it's great to have everyone here. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and join the chat. Let me know where you're visiting from. If you are the first commenter on any of my videos or shorts, and you'll see when you go and visit and spend some time, play the hours, help build the channel so we can get into monetizing and we can get into personal read clubs. Excuse me, confirmation for something. One of you was looking for that. The best we can do is if you're the first person on any of my videos or shorts, and you'll see there if you're the first commenter, include your question when you say hello, and you'll be the winner of the first commenter free read giveaway. It's a 15-minute pre-recorded personal read, and you turn the notification bell on so you'll see when I reply with your link, with your answer to your question. And I'll never send you away from YouTube. I'm only on YouTube. If you see me on Facebook or Insta, report that to that platform, and don't send them any of your money thinking you're giving it to me. I'll only accept donations right now at Venmo, at Angel Radio Tarot. So let's see. I don't know, Zick. You better take a safety class first, dude. Are you like two left thumbs or something? Yeah, safety, 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 safety. I'm just like, the best safety videos I've ever seen is the videos of when shit goes wrong. Yeah. I knew a guy that was, all he was doing was hired onto a construction job. They were digging ditch with the drop-in concrete retaining sections or whatever. He had a shovel in his hand, and like a punk-ass bitch, he steps backward into the fucking hole, cracks his head on the retaining bar, and they're picking him up out of the bottom of the hole. What a pain in the ass that guy is to have on your work site. Meditation, this is not an exercise. I will feed back on your profile. Thank you for your words. Please do keep in touch and let me know how things go. I want to hear back. I want to know how your life is going. Tell me how you're doing. There is a Pisces here. We got about 10 minutes more on this reading. I find the playback it starts to buffer if we go more than an hour here. So we'll just go like an hour 10. Yeah, we got a Pisces. I'm calling a Pisces here. We have a Pisces in the room. We have a Pisces in the room. Hey, Zino, it's not your fault about buying into this stuff. There are generations of American girls and boys. Somebody's coming in for a win here. Or this message is the one you were waiting for, that were culturally groomed into patriarchal misogyny, just strictly on Disney films. We were sold that fucking fantasy. That was carefully done. That was carefully done. You want to know how the next few generations of children are going to come out? Watch children's programming. Oh man, the more they try to sell the kids, the harder they are grooming. And if you've lived more than about 30 years in this world, you figure out that there are people on this planet that will live out to be able to groom whole generational cultures. There's somebody's boozing, somebody's having a drink, somebody's celebrating. There's like champagne with this win. The champagne on the W. Oh, what makes, somebody just asked what makes me, what? What makes me think I can do this? There's a Gemini here asking that question. So somebody's not asking it to be rude. They're trying really hard to not be overbearing. Because I started to take it as overbearing for a second there. What makes me think I can do this? Concrete. Concrete. Someone's got a behavioral issue and there's a misdirection. You've got a liar on your hands. Yeah, this is not biological. This is behavioral. Zodiac tendencies, abuse or disciplines, and intent. You know, Buddhists address the question of, well, great concentration doesn't require morality. It takes great concentration to do great evil. Doesn't make you good just because you're disciplined. Yeah, turning down the monotheistic Christian God energy here. Somebody is leaning on moral righteousness to justify some nasty, nasty bullshit. Yeah. Sympathetic boundary is a sigil. A sigil is required, or you're going to find someone is using a false sigil. Someone is virtue signaling. Oh my God. These cards and their clever shit. Hey, if you're a new subscriber, hit that. Or if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join the chat. Let me know where you're visiting from. We've had visitors from all over today. It's fantastic and wonderful. I was going to go on a little bit later this afternoon. YouTube is nice enough to tell me somebody's in the DMs right now. Are you waiting to come in? Don't wait to join. It's no obligation to join the general subscription just to chat. I'm not big enough in YouTube to do any kind of monetary stuff yet. It's not a contest. Someone's trying to make it a contest, or you have someone in your life that is being very competitive right now, or there's someone here watching that is feeling some competition. No, that's where that whisper came from. Who do I think I am is what they asked. What makes me think that I can do this? Or like what makes me think that someone is asking the question to me, Cece of Angel Tarot or Angel Radio Tarot. What makes me think that I know what I'm talking about? I don't try to. Yet you're watching the words come out of my mouth. Whether or not they make sense to you. I'm just here, man. Someone is, it's hiding in the open, but not. This is giving frenemy energy. It's like someone came into the room like, oh, I'll check it out. And it turns out they're a massive skeptic, not minding your own business. Dude, if you don't want to be here, why are you here? I've been getting this energy a lot in the last 2 or 3 days. Oh, the little ducky. Hi. Someone's not handling their feels very well. They're not transmuting their stuff. They're getting caught out. Someone is in front of you and you saw them flinch. There's a Cancer here. You saw a Cancer, or you're a Cancer. You saw... No, I get that this was a Cancer got caught flinching. They call this a duper's delight. Little ducky, do you have a question? I got time for one more question here before we reach right around an hour when this live playback gets a little buffered. I'm going to get another deck. This was fun, man. This deck has been given. Hi, Max. Max, do you want to read a card today, honey? Do you got something to say, or are you just coming to say hi? You going to come lay down next to Mama? Sit. Lay down. Right here on the floor next to me. Lay down. Go ahead, lay down. We go potty later. Lay down. You can do it. Go ahead, lay down. Lay down. You got it. Lay down, baby. That's a good boy. Lay down. Lay down, 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 down. Down, down, down. He doesn't want to lay down. You want to get up here? Whoop! Oh, say hi, Max. Come here. Naomi, I'm so sorry. I didn't see it. Let me go right back down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah. I saw your comment there. Yes, exactly. I'm only thinking about providing for my family. No time for love, just building wealth. You please tell me what's happening in my life and I'm on the right path to wealth. Okay, Naomi, we're going to answer your question and then that's going to wrap us up for the day. How about you, Bubbo? Mwah. Mwah. Good boy. We'll go potty later. Go lay down. Good boy. Good boy. He's getting so good at it. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So, last question of the day. Naomi, can you please tell me what's happening in my life and am I on the right path to wealth? Of course you're on the right path to wealth. No question about it. I don't know. Are you abusing yourself? Don't abuse yourself. Let's see. As far as being on the right path to wealth. Let's ask some questions here. Tell me what's happening in my life. So you know what's happening in your life. What I'm going to tell you is what's happening in the lives of the people around you that are affecting your life. I'm going to go back down to the bottom so Naomi and I can chat. Stress only. Too young to be. What you can do is go look at if you find that you are the first commenter in any of my videos or shorts, and you'll see if you're the first commenter there. Include your question when you say hello, and you'll be the winner of the first commenter free read giveaway. It's a 15-minute pre-recorded personal read. So make sure you ask your question there, and then hit the notification bell so you know when I've replied with a link to your question. Otherwise, hit that notification bell so you know whenever I come up live again. It's not often that I will pre-announce that I'm going live. I'll just go live whenever I want. Thank you, little ducky. So Naomi, are you on the right path? So there's some astral communication here. Someone's trying to reach you, or you're reaching out here. Someone has hazel green eyes. The other way to get a personal read is to help me grow the channel, everyone. And that comes in the form of your subscribe and the number of hours that the channel is played. So leave me playing in the background and explore the channel for a while. And you can hit that random play button when you go to the channel and then just let it play in the background and enjoy a mix. Enjoy what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to appreciate. Leave your comments, hit that subscribe button, that hype button, that notification button. And then we'll be able to do things a little more directly. A lot more directly, actually. We're getting the vocabularium down here. Trying to get all of it. You can hear me shuffling through. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, Max, later. Later. Potty puppy. Mongrel. That's the card that came up. Mongrel. Okay. All right, Naomi. So I'm we're going to find out what's going on in your world, in your life. You want to get serious about building your wealth? Get serious about your savings. Get serious about your spending. Start tracking where you're spending. Don't let it get you bummed. Be glad you know where every penny goes. Now, what you do from here, why do you build a savings? So that because if you're worrying about savings, if you're worrying about opportunity, then you're at a stage in your household, in your life, and in your wealth building where you are in a constant state of maintenance. Every time you get cash, it goes towards something that you've got on a list of shit that needs to be upgraded and kept up and fixed and maintained. You keep your house in a constant state of maintenance. If you get free time, you're either working or you're fixing. Get into a hobby of maintaining the business of your life. Abulia, an abnormal lack of ability to act or make decisions. You might feel like this depression will do this. This is a symptom of depression. This is depression comes out of circumstantial depression. It comes from a lack of being able to see a way out. You get just fucking bummed because no matter how hard you work, you're always fucking tired and you're not getting anywhere. This is the moment when fast, easy making money schemes that will cost you your life look really good. Equate this to, ooh, honey, you are making my ex-boyfriend look fine. Stressed and depressed. Yep. Agog, full of intense interest or excitement or eagerness. This is what has left you. Because history is slowly teaching you that your effort isn't worthwhile. So you got to change your focus of your effort. Okay? It's not about the dollar. It's about the business of your household. Whatever that means. Bartering, using the food bank, learning to cook at home because you ain't got money to go out know how. Learning how to scratch. Get yourself a cheap, easy cookbook. One of them that's like, I've got like it's the like Culinary Arts Encyclopedia from 1960 something. There's a bajillion copies around, and it teaches you everything from like picking the right vegetable to how many freaking nutrition calories are in an apple to food menu for the entire, and it's like old school American domestic servant kind of encyclopedia of just fucking grocery making. It's about taking an interest in your life at the level you find yourself at. How do you do that? How do you find that motivation? You take an intense interest in whatever is in front of you. That's what life is about. And that's how you enjoy the passing of time. If you are not hurting someone and someone's not actively hurting you, and it's about, I am fucking broke, I am bored, and we call it stir crazy because bored assumes that you're not working for it. You've got these little places in your life that's just yours wherever you're at anyway. I mean, even if you don't have a home, you've got this little corner of your space where you keep your 4 little things. Take an intense interest in your toes. You've always got that. Take an intense interest in your breath. That's called meditation. Abduct, kidnap, draw, spread away from. There's really dark loss here. Some really dark loss. Yeah, circumstantial depression. It often masks the fact that we are in deep grief. I was diagnosed with depression, and it went away on its own after a period of probably 10 years because I finally grieved all of the shit that I had collected up to that point in life. And I'm not discounting anybody's, clinical depression, whatever. I'm not a doctor. Don't let me tell you or discount your depression. Don't let me discount your mental illness suffering. Oh, that suffering is real. The fucking struggle is real. What I'm addressing here is, frankly, it's preventable depression, circumstantial depression, an inability to regulate the emotions during times of stress. Even when you're stressed the fuck out, you're still responsible for your own behavior, right? Being stressed the fuck out, while legitimately understandable to be the cause of horrific behavior, will not get you out on a legal defense. Abelia, any of a genus Asian Mexican honeysuckle shrub having opposite leaves and white, pink, or red flowers. There is beauty everywhere, even in a tiny, tiny, tiny little honeysuckle flower. If you are looking outside of yourself, again, I don't want to clinically diagnose anybody for depression or not, but we're talking about we're talking about chronic boredom. We're talking about potentially fatal boredom. There is a place in between clinical depression and joy that is cured by meditation. It's your unease with the oscillation of your mind. That's all a thought is. Definition of a thought is the oscillation of the mind. Chemicals rubbing together, creating static, creating an electrical charge, dashing away from wherever it started. In a bolt, just like you do when you're bored and just like you do when you're not mindful and you stand up to go and do something, you get 3 steps away and you have no idea why you even stood up. Because you had an oscillation in your mind that sent a charge of energy and had you up on your feet before you even thought about where you were going. Abatist, defense obstacle formed by felling trees with sharpened... Okay, the pace of that was all wrong. I just read what I read. Abatis is a defensive obstacle formed by felling trees with the sharpened branches facing the enemy. This is a very kind of caveman rudimentary, it's not a trebuchet, trollop, cow trollop? That's on the ground. Yeah, you lost interest because you got away from the practice. And so if you've meditated before, then you know that interest, that lack of interest is the obstacle. And how I'm going to infuriate you. There's nothing stopping you but air. That's the worst part of the discipline, because it is the core of the discipline, having the discipline to do the exercise that will make you a better person. How magical is that? If I came to you and told you I could improve your blood pressure, expand your life, expand the quality of life, improve your mobility, improve your hormone levels, improve your cognition, not only make you live longer, but improve your quality of life to your very last day. Your organ health, a bowel function, joint pain, psoriasis. Meditation is simply not thinking about anything without falling asleep. It's also defined as thinking about your own thoughts. It's moving your awareness into a state of observation of yourself, of your behavior, of your functions, and of your thoughts. Be the observer of your thinking mind. It's disassociation while still staying engaged. It's people watching of yourself to monitor your own behavior, but then to move you into that state of rested observation that is soothing to the nervous system. Yeah, so watch yourself be an asshole. As long as you're in the observation state, you're still benefiting yourself. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. Hey, look, I'm about to go watch a football game. It is week 18 of 18 in the NFL, and I'm gonna go eat a cheeseburger and some tater tots and gorge on coleslaw and brown soda and think of all of you. And I hope you're having a great day. You look great and you smell fantastic from here. Naomi, thank you so much. Thank you. Zick Mayer, thank you. Thank you. Who else? Too young to be. Oh, great. I'm so glad you commented on the video. Look for my reply. Hit that notification button. To Little Ducky, thank you for joining. Who else? Chris Stone Shines. Zick Mayer. Zainub, I'm so glad to get that reading for you. Who else? Christopher Nichols, thank you for joining me. Indigo Lapis Lazuli from New Zealand. Hi. I hope you come back soon. I hope you hit that notification button. Oh, yeah. And then Heather, Lord of mercy. Heather Haraway. That's right. Folks from all over. Oh, what a great Pakistan. We had a visitor from Pakistan. Sonam Aurora. Hi. Mr. Subin. Hi. I want to thank everyone for being here. I literally want to thank each and every one of you for being here. It's been a great afternoon and a wonderful minute and 12. Thanks for regulating my freaking happy levels. And your confirmations, knowing that I'm on the right path here, that's important to me too. Thank you for joining me. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. We'll see you again soon. Take care.